Now it is time to insert the objects that you want your students to sort, match, or label. As you can see, since the last video, I have recreated all the activity boxes and locked them all in place for each of the 3 lessons. Now if we look back at the original of this first lesson, you'll see that I wanted the students to match the number and the number word to the amount of circles in each square. So we'll start by typing the number words. To do this, we'll click on the A to insert text. I'll scroll down a little bit. I want to make sure it's blue. I'd like the number words in blue. And I'll start typing. Make sure that every time you go to type a new number word, you click on a different part of the screen. If you only separate the numbers by a space, for example, when your student goes to move it, it will move them as one. So ensure that every time you type a new number, you click on a different spot of the screen to start a new text box. I'm only going to type up to number 5 for now. Now I also want to add actual numbers. I can add these as text through my keyboard, but I want to add numbers that already have sound attached to them. To do that, I'm going to look in the gallery. To access the gallery, you're going to look on the side panel here and see the little tab with the picture frame. Click on the picture frame. I'm going to search for 1. This already came up, but if it was closed like this, you'll see I want to look under the multimedia spot because that's where the things with sound are. There are 2 options. I'm going to double click on my choice and you'll see it added number 1. Now this down here is a little sound button. It indicates it has sound. We'll cover that in a future video. For now, I just want to keep adding numbers. So now I'll search for 2. I'll click on multimedia and I'll insert my number 2. So now I'll look for 3, click on multimedia, and insert number 3. Now we're going to add the objects for the children to sort in this second lesson. As you can see from the original lesson, there are a bunch of pictures I've added down here. Pictures can come from drawings, from the gallery, from your computer, or they can be downloaded from the internet. Just be careful with copyrights and remember to look for Creative Commons licenses and see if attribution is required. All of the pictures that I'm using are public domain. First, we'll go over here to our lesson that we're creating, and I'm going to add some pictures that I have downloaded and saved onto my computer. So I'll go up to Insert, Picture, and I'll start with the apple. So I'll choose the apple. And then I will also insert a picture of a bike. And now I'm going to look in the galleries for some pictures. So I'm going to go over here on this side and click on the picture frame. I'm going to search for a cat. Now I don't want it to do anything. I just want a picture of a cat. So I'm going to click on Pictures. I like this cat right here, so we'll double click on him and insert him into the lesson. As you can see, he's pretty big, so if you go down on the lower right hand side, you'll see the circle that turns into diagonal arrows. You can hold that down and scale him down a little bit. I'm also going to look for a picture of a ring. So we'll search for ring, look under pictures. As you can see, there are many things that ring, but I want an actual ring, so I'll double click on the ring. And again, I'll scale it down a little bit. Now, also, you can use the pen tool to draw a picture. So I'm going to select a red pen, and I'm going to draw a heart. I'll select the pointer tool again. That way I can make that heart a little smaller. And now I'm ready to go back and continue adding my other pictures. So I'm going to get out of the gallery, click on the page, and the rest of my pictures come from my folder here. So I'll go to Insert Picture, and now we'll add the cone, and I'll keep moving along like that for this lesson. In this third lesson, the objects that the students are going to use to label are just going to be text. So I'll scroll down here to the bottom, I'm going to click on the text icon. I'm going to make the letters a little bit smaller so they fit into these boxes. And I'm also going to make them red so they stand out from the black and white picture. And now we'll just start typing the different words that are used to label this plant cell. And again, remember to don't separate them with a space. Make sure that every new word is created in its own new text box. And like that, I will continue adding words until I have all the labels for the different parts of the plant cell.